Hey guys, okay, so I have a top 5 Wednesday video for you guys today. I just recently discovered Lainey's channel over at Ginger Reads Lainey, who created Top 5 Wednesday. I just discovered her channel like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, and I was not aware that you had to sign up for Top 5 Wednesday, and I still am ashamed to say that I haven't done that, but it's because I don't really know how it works. But I do meet the apparent criteria that you have to have for it, which I didn't know that you had to have criteria as well, but it's that you have to have at least 100 subscribers, and what was the other one? I think you have to have a certain number of videos up, but I've made at least like 100 videos, so hopefully it's not more than that. And I don't know, I really like participating, but I don't really know how to sign up, so I'm just going to apologize to Lainey for not having signed up. I'm sorry, but I really like these videos. Okay, and this week's theme is top 5 Halloween reads, or read recommendations, and everyone says you should read Harry Potter at Halloween, which I totally agree with. So I'm gonna say that right now, but Harry Potter is not part of my top 5 because I wanted to have some books that maybe some people haven't heard of, and then there are a few classics in here, but then the others are maybe some that aren't as popular. Okay, so the first two are some Phyllis A. Whitney books. This is Dream of Orchids, and this is Silver Hill, which doesn't have a dust jacket. Unfortunately, that's why I can't tell you what the synopsis is because I haven't read it in 12 years, and there's no dust jacket, so it doesn't have a synopsis. And I always get this plot mixed up with this one. So I wish I could tell you, but I'm very sorry. I do not know, but it was very good. And then Dream of Orchids is amazing. I read this when I was 12. I think I read those two at the same time, but this is really freaky. It doesn't get freaky until like the last couple of chapters, but the last couple of chapters were enough to give me nightmares. It was so good. But I will read you guys the back of this. It says, "Something evil was beckoning, and she had no choice but to answer its sinister call." That's creepy. Laurel York has dreamed of this reunion with her ailing father, the famous writer Clifton York, ever since he left her and her mother for the beautiful Poppy. But now Poppy is dead under mysterious circumstances, and Laurel has given up everything to follow her father down to the exotic Florida Keys. But only the handsome Marcus O'Neill welcomes her, and even the love that blossoms between them cannot stop the evil that awaits her, the intrigue surrounding her two suspicious stepsisters, the strange man they both love, and a secret buried treasure. So, yeah, like I said, a little bit of romance in here. I don't know if I actually said that before, but she does do romance as a subgenre. But yeah, so a little bit of romance, but, you know, really good mystery. And yeah, gave me nightmares for weeks, so really, really good. And then the next one is Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie by Alan Bradley. I have to admit, I'm only halfway through this book. I've been halfway through this book for a year, and I'm very sorry about that. But I got sidetracked with like work stuff, because when I started this was when I had started a new job about a year ago. And yeah, so I'm only halfway through, but I'm going to try to finish this by the end of this year or early next year, and I will read you guys the back of this one. It says, it is summer of 1950, and at the once grand mansion of Buckshaw, young Flavia DeLuce, an aspiring chemist with a passion for poison, is intrigued by a series of inexplicable events. A dead bird is found on the doorstep, a postage stamp bizarrely pinned to its beak. Then, hours later, Flavia finds a man lying in the cucumber patch and watches him as he takes his dying breath. For Flavia, who is both appalled and delighted, life begins in earnest when murder comes to Buckshaw. I wish I could say I was afraid, but I wasn't. Quite the contrary. This was by far the most interesting thing that had ever happened to me in my entire life. The sweetness at the bottom of the pie is an enthralling mystery, a wonderfully told tale of deception, and a rich literary delight. Alan Bradley's writing is beautiful. The character that he creates in Flavia is just, I mean, she's so cool. She talks like she's 60, but it works because, I don't know, she's like really, really smart, and she just loves chemistry so much, and she has the curiosity of a child, which I think is another reason why she's so smart, is because she's highly observant, and this book was just great when I was reading it, and I can't wait to dive back into it, and I highly recommend this and the rest of the series for any mystery Halloween lovers. And next, we have a few classics. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and as you guys can tell by the bookmark here, I'm only 150 pages in, but I know the story really well, and this is just such a good story for Halloween time because it has so many creepy things. It has the Red Room, Lowood School, mysterious goings-on at Thornfield Hall, which I'm not going to talk about because that would ruin the major twist in the story for everyone, but I mean, as you can tell by this very creepy gothic cover, it is just, it's creepy and wonderful. So if you like classics and you want a little bit of a creepy one that also is romantic, pick up Jane Eyre because it's great, and I am trying to finish this at the beginning of next month, so hopefully I will get to that. And then last, but certainly not least, probably the most important, is the Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe, and I know I showed you guys this in a haul, but I love this edition so freaking much. This is the Penguin Horror Edition, and the back there says, "Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no mortals ever dared to dream." Oh, to dream before, excuse me. But yeah, that's the baby, and it's just so good, and it's got the black edges, and, but yeah, I mean, Poe is creepy, he's wonderful. I have only read a few of these. I read The Raven a really, really, really long time ago, like long enough that I don't even really remember it. And I had to read The Cask of Amontillado when I was in 9th grade, and I loved that. Telltale Heart is probably my favorite, although I love Cask of Amontillado too, but Telltale Heart is just so creepy, and for someone who has a very, very guilty conscience, the way I do, it's just, you understand the main character very, very well. But yeah, it's just, I love Poe. And then I also love Annabelle Lee, but that's not really, I feel like that's not really a Halloween-y one. But yeah, I really need to read much more of Poe. I unfortunately have not gotten to it this month, and I probably won't. But I think next October I'm going to try to tackle this whole thing. So yeah, highly recommend Poe for Halloween. Okay guys, so that's my top 5 for Top 5 Wednesday, my top 5 Halloween recommendations. Please let me know some of yours. Please let me know what you think of any of these that I've talked about. If anyone has read any Phyllis A. Whitney, I would love to know, because no one that I've ever met has also read her. Like, when I try to talk about her, and how much I, like, used to love her books, people are like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "No, you have to read her." So please, if anyone's read her, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.